Hey, this is just Ben on the front end, here to tell you to give the podcast a rating if you don't mind, and follow it or subscribe to it on whatever you're listening to this on. If you want to send us an email, we'll read it and maybe talk about it on the show. It's deadensigns@gmail.com, and we got a Twitter. Anyway, if you could do all that, please. That'd be really nice. Bye, enjoy the show.
Simon & Schuster AudioWorks presents Star Trek: The Next Generation.
I think, I saw a thing the other day saying how there's lots and lots of microplastics in tea bags.
Well, yeah, I've seen that too, yeah.
And your tea gets filled up with microplastics.
Yeah, because,
Yeah.
they're just made of, synthetic material, the tea bags.
Mm-hmm.
They're not, nothing...
I think I have a solution to this issue.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna get into it.
Yeah, just get into it, bro.
I'm just gonna,
let it
change
spill.
my mindset, and I'm gonna get into them.
Oh.
I'm gonna be into microplastics.
You're gonna be the microplastics guy?
Yeah, I think it's it's a frame of mind type of deal.
Yeah, I like
think
the
I need
idea
to,
of...
I think I just need to, have more in me. And
Yeah, I like the idea of, the
better about
petroleum companies are here's Ben. He's you're like the subway guy, but
I'm the spokesperson for microplastics.
But you're, and then or something you do.
Also, please don't call me. Please don't call me like the subway guy. I really appreciate.
I was just the closest kind of thing. You're like John Madden for the Madden series. There you go.
That's better. I guess
you're eating turduckens, but they're filled with microplastics.
He didn't fly. He didn't like planes, so he drove everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you're just gonna have the exhaust pipe facing you right in the face. You know,
that hasn't got microplastic. Is that do you get microplastics from exhaust? You don't.
Everything has microplastics.
Anything you get. Here's the thing. I go to a place, I'm going to ask for the warmest bottle of plastic bottle of water that they have.
Yeah.
Give me your finest plastic warm water bottle, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can see, I can see.
I'm like,
yeah, I can see. You take a plastic cup and then you put the tea bag in it and then you put boiling water in that plastic cup with the tea in it. And and I'm just sitting there I guess he has to do it. You'll be like the Marlboro Man. There you go. That's a good Marlboro Man.
The Marlboro Man, yeah.
Yeah.
Or the Michelin Man.
I like the Michelin Man, but at least the Marlboro Man was like a guy, right?
Yeah.
He was like
a Michelin person. Man is a guy.
Well,
he's just supremely fucked up.
Yeah, he's born
he's just completely
birth defects.
And that's what I'm gonna be like for microplastics.
I like what's he called? More. The Marshmallow Man, the big,
Stay Puft?
Ghostbuster. Yeah.
But that was that's a fictional brand.
Yeah.
The brand doesn't exist. It was made up for the movie. And then they were like, did they ever make real Stay Puft marshmallows as a type, like Wonka? You can get Wonka sweets.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think they.
I feel like
they made Slimer a reality. I think
Ecto-Cooler,
and
I feel like they must have sold actual Stay Puft brand marshmallows
you can check that
at some
easily.
point. I don't care enough.
I can't spell it, so I'm not going to look it up.
You can't spell it, and I don't care enough to find out. So we'll just leave it as a mystery.
Yeah, it's I think the microplastics gave me ADD and and my dyslexia. I think you're the man that's responsible for this.
I'm gonna walk around if I during the summer from now on. If somebody's sitting in their car, I'm gonna knock on their window and say, "Hey, do you have any bottles of water or Coke
Trash.
or anything that you don't want? I'll take it." And then I just down it right in front of them like a sweet microplastics and nanoplastics.
For some reason, Ben started hanging around birth wards, and all the kids that been in there, they all got birth defects afterwards. I don't know how that happens, but somehow his presence is just radiating microplastics into the surroundings somehow.
You're saying I take so much that they. I mean, that would be ideal for me then, because that means they're leaving my body.
Yeah, Sandman.
God, because
so you have to
imagine
replenish them constantly.
The modern Sandman character. Instead, he's made of microplastics.
He's made of microplastics.
He's a Spider-Man villain. Accidentally eats so many microplastics, he becomes made of microplastics.
Isn't he in the canon? Isn't he the guy that killed Uncle Ben?
I don't know.
Or is it someone else? Doesn't matter.
No, I think it was Spider-Man who killed Uncle Ben.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Inadvertently.
Inadvertently, because he was like, I'm not going to stop this robber.
The hubris.
Hubris.
I'm going to... not my problem. The robber shots Uncle Ben, and he's like, oh, I hate reaping what I sow.
Yeah, exactly. I hate reaping the fact that this boss didn't want to pay me for my performance. So no,
that was he's a piece of shit.
He was a piece of shit, and also he expected me to stop an armed robber. Are you fucking kidding me?
He didn't even pay me.
He didn't fucking pay me, and he expects me to fucking risk my life.
He expects me to do something good when he didn't reimburse me beforehand.
Yeah, it's like fucking.
What the hell is wrong with this dude?
What do you mean good? Would you stop an armed robber?
I mean, if I had spider reflexes and web slinging powers.
Well, I don't believe you. I don't believe you would have microplastic webs. That's what you would. That
would be so sick. Like I spray it out and it has like the quality and texture of like a plastic bag.
Yeah.
You know? Like a Tesco's bag.
You spray it
on my wrist
on people's heads and they go like.
That's what I do. Yeah. They get fucked up. Or somebody's got their groceries. Oh, I forgot my bag at home. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I spray it, coat it in plastics. And then they're like, oh, thank you, microplastics, man. And then I'm like, no worries. Little do they know, when they eat those groceries, they're going to be infested with microplastics too.
Yeah.
I think we should be more worried about this than all those people that are worried about the fucking mushrooms that like grow in your brain and make you do stuff.
Yeah.
Like the bugs.
The mushrooms from Last of Us, I guess.
Yeah, the Last of Us mushrooms. We should be more worried about the microplastics.
Oh, that's.
I make a solemn vow right now that I will be the first person with the Crimes of the Future organs.
You're just gonna will them into existence from your consumption of plastic.
I'm gonna evolve. Yeah, that's what happens to fucking Viggo Mortensen. He grows them because they all have to eat so much fucking plastic in the future.
Exactly. You know,
it's everywhere. It's within all of us.
Don't want that to happen. Some people don't.
I'm willing it now. I think it's the only way we can keep going. We fucked ourselves.
Yeah, I feel like that guy that tries to reverse his age. I think he's going like all wrong about it. I think you should do the thing that you're doing, which is consume as much plastic as you can.
He should become a plastic man.
Yeah, exactly. He's doing like, I'm gonna like cycle my son's blood in me or something like that.
My son is gonna take his son's blood, and then I'm gonna take both of their blood.
Yeah,
and we're all gonna be a strange eternal youth family.
They're gonna be an extension of my my circulatory vascular system. Basically,
it pisses me off that it kind of works too.
I don't think it works. He looks bad.
It doesn't de-age you, but it does. From what I understand, I'm not a medical doctor or a scientist, but from what I've understood of the thing is that if you put young person blood in an old person, they get more energy and stuff.
But another thing that I also have heard about this is that if you put any sort of liquid into your body, like good liquid, like IV, you also feel revived and refreshed.
No, but I don't mean like, you feel good because you've got more blood again. I mean like the young blood cells, the young red blood cells are better than your old dusty grey fucking piece of shit fucking old ass motherfucker blood cells.
But you know how much you would have to cycle? You have to cycle it every day.
Yeah, you would. Like I'm not saying it's realistic.
They would have to replenish your entire body's like blood supply every day.
I could do
guess,
that.
yeah. Only like 10 people
fine.
would have to fuel a single person that can afford to.
This
to do that.
is the ideal Atlas Shrugged Ayn Rand. Everybody needs to be giving their blood to one person to turn them into a super being to solve our problems.
Yeah, that's what he did at the end of Bioshock. You inject the guy at the end, remember?
I never played Bioshock.
Oh, fucking. And he's talking about Ayn Rand, or he's not even played Bioshock. Atlas Shrug, Atlas. More like I'm going to shrug at you for mentioning Ayn Rand. Welcome everybody. This is Dead Ensigns, and number one, Ayn Rand inspired
number one
podcast.
microplastics proponent promoter.
Podcast. I am the baseline, which is me, Max, and this is our Plastic Max, Ben. That's gonna
plastic Max. You mean Plastic Man? What?
Yeah, Plastic Man. No, it was like Plastic Maxa. So you're like trying to like.
I'm microplastic maxing is what you're saying.
Microplastic maxing. Yeah.
I think it's gonna like. Here's the thing. You remember that bit in Avatar 2 when when Quaritch is taking over the whaling boat?
Oh yeah.
And the guy is like, well, I got quotas to fill, Colonel Quaritch.
Yeah.
And he goes, I'm asking nice now. You don't want to see me asking. I'm angry.
It's so
and
awesome.
And the captain goes, well, can't get out of it. Get into it. That's what I'm doing. Here's the thing. I can't realistically see a way of getting out of consuming microplastics.
Yeah.
So I just got to get into it.
You should get one of those like filters that they like, InfoWars sell and shit.
Well, I got a Brita. That's probably putting more plastics in.
More microplastics at this point, probably.
Probably. I'm literally drinking some right now.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing. I don't have plastic cups. I got recycled jars. That's got to be okay. That's got to be fine.
You're like a Southern Belle that's drinking iced tea.
I do use Tupperware.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
I don't heat stuff up in Tupperware, though.
No, I mean neither. I just store it, but maybe that's enough,
Might be enough. I think the issue is when it gets warm and it starts to degrade on a molecular level into your food and drink.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Maybe I should get a microwave and I should cook all of my food inside of Tupperware in a microwave.
Just out of your way. Fucking cook, reheat fish in the microwave in your house. Just like fucking steak.
Reheat fast food.
Yeah, just everything in plastic, Yeah.
Just like, I need to instead of putting my water through a Brita filter from now on, I'm gonna pour it into like a Tupperware container, put it in the microwave, boil it inside of the microwave.
Yeah, of course.
Then pour it into a jug.
Yeah.
And then put the jug in the fridge.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. And
then that way it's nice.
You could make your own Brita filter, but it's like the opposite. You replace all the active charcoal inside of it with like ground up plastic, and then you.
Is that what the Brita filtering is?
I think it's like
activated charcoal.
It's like charcoal and some.
It just looks like little stones to me. I've never opened one.
I think there's multiple layers. They tend to have multiple layers.
It's like sand.
Designed to capture like different like mediums, basically.
Different minerals and
mind control.
Particulates.
I think they put like mind control in there too. I think at some point.
And they probably put more microplastics in. They got the microplastics layer.
Yeah.
How often? Now here's the thing: you're supposed to change those things every 3 weeks, right? No,
it depends on your usage.
Every
I guess
4 weeks.
liters of water.
I need to buy more tomorrow. I'm out. I'm on my 3rd one at the moment.
Yeah, I haven't replaced my little counter says that I should replace it, but I haven't done it yet. So I might be.
You're probably chock full of microplastics.
Yeah, I'm.
I gotta catch up.
I like the idea of like, that's what it's like a failsafe Like, like they're
Yeah.
going like, oh, if you're not going to fucking replace this, we're gonna fucking kill you.
Yeah.
You know?
there's
like,
a dead man switch.
Yeah, there's a
It's
dead
like,
man switch.
If you go 2 weeks without replacing it after it's done, it activates the microplastics layer.
There is a cyanide pill that dissolves after the after a certain period, and it just kills you.
Right.
The dystopian cyberpunk future.
I think I'll start. I think whenever it's raining and I'm outside, I'll just like crane my neck back, open my mouth, let it all in because it's in the water. It's everywhere. It's inescapable.
Yeah, I know.
Microplastics. It's so funny, dude. We've like fucked everything.
Yeah, I love it. I really want to see where where all the like people that want to like escape society, like all the doom preppers are gonna go.
Can't do it now.
To see where they will like escape, to try to escape from
the whole point in I remember the whole bit in Doctor Strangelove, how he only drinks rainwater and grain alcohol. It's like, yeah, more, buddy.
This fucking guy is full of that's what
nowadays he'd be Turgid. No, Turgid was the guy in the war room, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so.
Whatever the guy who ran the military base.
The general.
Now he would be chock full of microplastics, which would explain why he was so insane.
Yeah, and why his dick didn't work.
Why his penis didn't work. I guess that's the downside, is that you do enough of it and like stuff just starts failing. But I'm hoping that it will be like poison and that you kind of inoculate yourself to it.
Yeah. I like the idea of like...
I'll be a super being.
Yeah, when you finally die, Ben, after 400 years, probably, right? Or something from your microplastic diet.
Yeah. It will be 400 years because I'll be full of preservatives.
Yeah, they'll put you in a cremation oven, right?
Yeah.
And they'll turn it on, for the however long it takes. I never cremated anyone myself, so I can't really say. And they pull you out. And you're like a Ken doll, like the plastic just solidifies in the shape of your body. All the organic, organic material.
They're expecting like the ashes, but they pull me out, and I'm just like a thin rectangle that's fitting the mold of like plastic. They're like, what the fuck? You can't fucking spread these.
Yeah, and then they start cutting them and eating them like Crimes of the Future.
That's where it came from. Tell you what, when I die in 400 years max, your descendants, I give them permission to do artistic autopsy of me.
Yeah,
to show off my plastic
fucked up organs,
metabolism, my plastic metabolism organs.
Yeah.
And my digestive tract. I'd be down. I'm at the point now where I'm like, I'd be fine with it. I'll eat the purple rectangles, whatever. Whatever, I don't care.
It's silent green.
It's not like you can't flavor them. It's not like you wouldn't be able to flavor them.
Yeah, I feel like you have more of a...
You've only got more options.
Exactly. If we introduce like petroleum into our diet, I bet we can do some really good stuff, You can
really do some really interesting gastronomical advances.
If we unshackle the scientists and the cooks of the world to join forces, and the chemists,
there's gonna be a new kind of scientist in the future that's all about plastic food. Dude, imagine the power move of being like picking up somebody's got like decorative fruit, pick one up. Oh no, wait, that's decorative. Bite right into it anyway.
But, yeah, exactly.
No, it's fine.
This is delicious.
That's fine. I have plastic organs from Crimes of the Future. I have Crimes of the Future organs. I'm fine with it now, dude. I'm fine with it. I'll do more. I'll take more microplastics. You just gotta get over it, right? At this point. It's like, well, sorry everybody.
I kind of thought about it recently with like, how to blow up a pipeline and stuff like that, of like that active resistance, right? The idea of like, when does that point come where someone is doing such evil deeds that technically aren't against the law, but they still hurt you, right? They assault you even.
The whole point of the film is about self-defense.
Yeah, exactly, self-defense. But what if it's what if it's past that? You know, it's like...
If you've already passed that line, you're like, oh fuck, dude. Well, that's when you have to do active passivity. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't get out of it.
Like...
Get into it.
It's just like, go on, build me a pipeline, but just do it.
You know what? Pipeline the microplastics directly into my mouth. Even
I want oil coming out, crude oil coming out my taps in my
give me
my
more.
house.
Give me more.
Right
I
now.
want it now. I'm into it. I'm turning it into a sex thing now.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be really into it. I'm gonna make it to the point where you're uncomfortable to keep doing it to me.
Microplastics are the new sex.
Yeah, I'm gonna get so into microplastics. You're gonna stop because it's making you uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, you because they're all like.
All right, maybe we gotta sort out this whole microplastics problem because this guy's a little too. He's freaking me out. He's really skeezing me out.
All these CEOs, they're like puritarians, right? They're like very, religious. They're like, they'll be like, we had these like fake recycling centers that we don't do anything with. Like we just collect plastic and we just collect it and we
ship it out to a different country.
To a different country. But what we didn't realize is people are having orgies in these big piles of plastics now.
No.
And it's like, we can't let that happen. They're tainting our plastic.
They're licking the fluids off of the plastic bottles. It's disgusting.
They're putting their orifices and things into holes in the plastic. Like, you would think that like everybody thinks is like, you get the, when you get the 4-pack of beer or like a 6-pack and you got the plastic ring, people are like, it's like, oh, I'm gonna throw this away because it's like, it kills a turtle, I don't give a fuck, but then while you're throwing it away, you're like, wait, some guy is gonna get off, this is gonna be like a cock ring now.
Yeah, there's a CEO about to throw one directly into the ocean, and another CEO stops him. He goes, "No, I was doing this. Look at the images I've been getting sent." And then he takes out his phone, shows the images, and it's like all different, like people dicks out with the rings around their penis. And he goes, and the guy just like cuts it up, and he's like,
yeah.
All right, maybe we need to be doing something about this.
Now they actually, do the research and put forth like a solution to recycle, like actually recycle plastic.
The guy sent me an image of himself having sex with a Tupperware container and saying, "Oh, more microplastics, please." And at that point, I became an eco-terrorist.
Yeah, I became an eco-terrorist actually as a CEO of a petroleum company. Yeah, I became an eco-terrorist.
I shut it all down. I disposed of it all completely safely and humanely, and I put all of my money into green energy.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we found the way forward. Fuck how to blow up a pipeline. We should be making how to make a CEO uncomfortable.
Oh fuck. Yeah,
how to skis out. How to skis out petroleum business owners.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, but that's the ironic part is that then those people that were all like into plastic, they grow up, they become those CEOs, and they bring back microplastics.
It's a vicious cycle.
It's a vicious cycle.
You can't escape. See, that's the thing I'm worried about. Is once I become into microplastics, I'm not going to be able to get out of it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go too far. I'm gonna be like, it's gonna be like The Departed,
Yeah,
I'm gonna get in too deep. I'm gonna be like Serpico.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be able to get it. It's gonna be dangerous for me to be this deep.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know.
No, that's my microplastics adventure. Anyway.
Yeah, that's your. We'll
check back.
You're gonna get we'll check back on it on you. Like you'll do like get like those like that guy who was like eating McDonald's like every day or so whatever, and then he had like a doctor.
Supersize Me.
Yeah, it supersize me. Yeah, and the
That's
guy
the incredibly fake thing that guy did.
Yeah, and
I mean they're very real.
And you'll have like medical doctor that just will watch you. You know, he'll like will do like a blood works and stuff like that, and then he will draw blood one day, and it's just like thick and it's like multicolored, and it's this clearly like, you know, he's like, I don't want to, I don't know,
dude. How sick would that be though? And then this is the kicker. I go and I like completely like cut myself up and stuff in front of a petroleum like company, you know, like BP, right on their head office doorstep. Spray all this like fucking oil blood everywhere.
Oh yeah.
And then it's a big news thing for like 3 hours.
3 hours.
And then everybody moves up.
You become the guy from that Black Mirror episode with the priest shard of glass.
No, I become the guy in real life who immolated himself and then nothing happened.
No, you'll be like the guy who like tried to cut his wrists open to kill himself while he was in the, like, lost in the Sahara Desert, but because he was so dehydrated, all the blood like didn't come out because it was so thick. So, and then you survive,
and then everybody's like, "Oh my god, an immortal man!"
Yeah, and
he's unstabbable.
Like, and then you'll become famous. You'll be living the high life, right? You'll be like on a cruise somewhere, and you'll be like cannonball when you like jump off of the ship into the water.
You're saying this is how we get into the Star Trek cruise.
Yeah, exactly. And then you jump off of the ship into the water, and then it kills all the animals in the water because you create such a... It will be called the Big Ben spill.
Here's the thing. It's too early. We don't fully know the ramifications of the microplastics. I'm willing to take one for humanity and just load myself up with it and see if anything good or bad happens.
Actually,
maybe good shit will happen. Maybe we'll be like, oh, damn, you know, this is good.
Damn.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
we're finding out that his hair is regrowing because of the microplastics.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. You get
it's getting more, it's fuller and more luscious.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you get all those like plastic surgeons that do plugs, like hair plugs, out of business. You know, you just have to eat plastic.
Oh my god, he's getting taller, and not only that, but it's all of his body is proportionally getting taller, so he doesn't have weird stubby arms.
Yeah,
and long legs.
And his chin is also getting more square.
Oh my god, his jawline is becoming incredible.
Yeah, and then I also actually, while I was browsing the interwebs, I think at some point,
the internets.
The internet. So I was browsing the internet. I noticed an ad on the sidebar.
Yeah,
that I was surprised about. It was like,
what website were you on?
Reddit, I think.
Okay.
I was redditing. I needed to Reddit at the moment, so I did that. Yeah. And I've noticed. I was looking at the ad, and I was like, and it was an ad for medical trial.
Oh, okay. Are you gonna take part?
It was, what was it, like 4,200 or something like that for the entire thing. And I was just curious about how long it would take. It would have to take a long, right, time because it's a trial, right?
I think it depends, probably.
And I like how like it was like the wording was like you will get for whatever just for this, and it's like an inhaler or something like that. So they're like,
all you gotta do is inhale some stuff. It's fine. It's like no problem.
Their angle of this like ad is like you just gotta like take some puffs and that's it.
You just gotta inhale it a bit. It's fine.
We know what sort of weed you smoke, bro.
Yeah, we know you. Look, I'm gonna be honest. It's probably better than what you're inhaling outside at any given moment.
Yeah, exactly. And I just thought about it, just like maybe I should do that, and I'll make Desperados afterwards because I've got the money to make that, because that's what was the story, right?
That's what's his face did.
What is he called from Desperados? The guy that makes Spice.
And now he's making Alita Battle Angel. How far he's come?
No, it wasn't Desperados. It was El Mariachi.
They're the same.
Yeah, El Mariachi wasn't this. Desperados was later, right?
I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
I don't know. Max.
Robert Rodriguez. How was
your week? How are you?
He was all right. I've been playing Cyberpunk.
You're playing Cyberpunk? You Phantom Liberty.
I haven't started it because I started from the beginning. I played the game.
Do you have to have a new save to do the Phantom Liberty stuff?
No, it's just like...
oh, thank God, I'm not playing that through that shit again when I finally
because
get to
all the mechanics, they get, like... what will happen is it will just
hold up,
because like they changed the
wait.
tree. Yeah? What are you doing?
No, stop. I heard like I think from a different flat, I heard like a booting and then some like talking. I was like, I hope that's not going to come up. But
yeah, you should take your microphone and hold it up against the wall.
Up closer. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But I can't hear anything now, so
yeah.
Let's just stop. Anyway, sorry to interrupt. Sorry. Continue.
Yeah, but yeah, they redid like the perk tree is all different. The way like armor is not a thing really. It's all about cybernetics now. So cybernetics provide you with armor, not clothes you with.
Okay.
And
what about all of my amazing fits?
Yeah, no, you just get them. Like, still, you just wear them to
it's all cosmetic.
Like it's all cosmetic. Like, there is like some like give you like something, but you can still put over them. You can put like the actual clothes you want to display, right? You can like you can put a gas mask and it will give you like 13% or like chemical damage or whatever resistance, but you can still put on like a thing that will say you're not wearing anything.
It's more about modifiers than
exactly. It's more exactly. And the armor is provided by your like skin weave and stuff that you have, in your cybernetics slots.
I mean, that certainly makes more sense.
Yeah, exactly, and
feels more in keeping with the world.
Yeah, and exactly, and they made the perks a lot more like they genuinely like change the way you play. Like they give you a lot of like.
Okay, cool.
Each tree has its own like thing. Like it will make you different and make your character unique. It's your character's playstyle unique for the actual perks that you actually pick. So it is fun, and like when you start a new save, it will just take all your perk points and stuff, and it will just let you reassign them again. So that's what's going to happen. It's not going to be. It's literally not going to do anything else. And I think
that's just the update. That's not the Phantom Liberty stuff.
Yeah. I haven't. I haven't started it
because they changed the whole game around.
Yeah,
they changed the game, as it were.
They changed the game. The game has been changed. They leveled up. But yeah, like they. So I haven't started Phantom Liberty yet. I'm just replaying the game. I'm really enjoying it. To be honest, I've been playing Starfield and I've gone to fucking Cyberpunk and I was like, fucking hell, Starfield, like fuck, come on, Bethesda. I was like,
the crazy thing is that all of the people who are still conscripted into the console wars, they're like dying on that hill.
On what? On Starfield?
On the Starfield hill.
No, the game
talking
sucked
about how it's
from the beginning.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm saying though is that
like
all the
keep
people
eating
who
that
are
garbage, I keep eating that garbage.
What I'm saying though is that there are lots of people. I saw a thread the other day of people talking about how it was like a concerted anti-Microsoft effort.
Oh, okay.
To ruin Starfield's legacy.
There's like
so cool,
yeah, of course. And there's also like when you start talking to these people, suddenly it goes like and then there's this cabal of people that like manipulate, and then it goes it always goes circles.
It's interesting that it's
structurally
it's exactly like that, but in terms of all of the players, it's funny that there aren't any like racial or religious groups involved. They just think that there's like a personal concern, like vendetta between like IGN.
It's the corporate wars,
It's so funny. It's the corporate wars. Yeah, it's corporate.
This is the light version. We'll get a hardcore version later.
Yeah.
Of Microsoft sending assassins to Sony and shooting everyone in the research labs for the new console.
It would certainly make life more entertaining. I mean, it's like I can understand why all of these people with nothing in their lives want to believe that that's kind of like what's to come, because it's like, what else do you have?
Yeah, it's
you
like
gotta
a lot.
work at the fucking store or a call center or something. You got nothing to do but sit there and imagine the great cleansing of Sony. You know?
Yeah, it's a lot. You know, it's we live in like the kind of very simple reality of things when it comes to like people think like there's these like great moves that have been made behind our backs and stuff like that. But then it turns out it's like, oh yeah, I just wanted to get like paid or something. I wanted to make some money.
Yeah, I just made like an upward move in my job.
Yeah, exactly.
And now
a CEO of Microsoft. The CEO.
Now I'm calling the shots.
Yeah, and but that's the thing. It's like it's nothing really that interesting, but that's the thing. It's like we live in like the boring cyberpunk, of just like things are a lot simpler. It would be cool if we had cybernetics, but I don't know if it would change our lives that much, to be honest.
I wish I lived in the times when I could go and be an explorer and discover things, but
yeah, that's what Star Trek was about. How dare you say that?
That's what Under the Silver Lake was about.
Yeah,
modern
if there was something left to discover for me.
Where people have to create those toys for you to explore and discover.
Yeah, exactly, I can give myself amnesia, and maybe then I'll be able to start discovering and...
Yeah, that'd be cool. This is what I've always thought, is that I think there are a good amount of... I think kids should be taught about the basic animals.
Yeah.
The classic bundle of animals that they'd probably see in their day-to-day life.
Yeah.
Cat, dog, cow, sheep, pig, horse, bug,
fish. Just fish, nothing.
Just generic fish. Generic small tuna-looking fish.
Yeah.
Because it's like, could you imagine discovering tigers when you're at a period in your development that you can fully appreciate the majesty of a creature?
You get eaten alive by a tiger. It's like, whoa.
I'm not saying you need to be like, oh yeah, go up and first-hand experience it, but it's like, do you imagine if you discovered a tiger for the first time as like a 25-year-old? That'd be insane. You'd be like, what the fuck? They make those?
So you're talking. You're thinking we should like apply the Pokemon sort of like way of
should be
treating our youth.
Animals.
Yeah.
And you should only know about them. You should only know about the new animals if you pay like 40, 50 £50 every 3 years.
Yeah, you pick which edition of life you want to play.
Exactly. And there's 2 different ones, and each
Black Pearl
and
Marcus. I don't know. And Pokemon Marcus.
Pokemon Marcus and Pokemon Kyle.
Yeah. And then you just get like what was it, like 12? I don't know how old was Ash when he got like kicked out of his fucking house. 10. You hit 10 and you just get fucking booted out of your house and go like see it, get all the stamps for all the animals and then come back. Okay,
Yeah, that is exactly what should happen to children, I think.
Yeah. And
literal Pokemon. Dude, what if Pokemon was in real life? Is it fucked up how a 10-year-old gets put out into the real world? What the hell? Am I right?
Yeah, it's
crazy.
It's quite hypothetical.
You ever thought about how crazy Pokemon would be if you applied real world logic to it? Dude, that shit. So how has nobody ever talked about this?
But that's the thing. It's like it's no one ever tried it. So we can't say it wouldn't work.
No, it could be. Excuse me, sorry, I'm yawning. It's like the microplastics thing. It could be good. It'd be good for us.
Yeah, there will be our future generation will be a lot stronger because they'll be full of plastic. They'll grow up with it.
I watched that AI video essay you talked about last week.
Oh,
you said you didn't talk about it on the podcast. No.
Oh yeah, the
other one that you were talking about. But I did watch
Yeah.
the Folding Ideas video earlier about GameStop
Yeah.
shorting the GameStop stock.
Yeah. You know
It's,
what? I think we should
it's
bring back God. I think God would be a good. I think we
think
should
it would
bring back
definitely
religion.
give these people like maybe not a healthier identity, but
Yeah.
it would certainly give them maybe a more beneficial identity spiritually. Because it's
Yeah.
like my main takeaway is that all of the people that they're kind of talking about in there, the people that are still holding on, you know,
Yeah.
they're definitely like too stupid.
I don't know if they're too stupid. I think they're just very lonely, and it's
But no, that's what I
community
mean.
thing,
Though.
you know.
But it's like I would say that's an aspect of a certain stupidity, no, to not recognize that, to not escape from it and look within yourself to
Oh, you know,
escape
it's just
it.
like. But that's the thing. At the same time, you could say that like, oh, just don't do drugs. If
No.
you start
But I'm
doing
not
drugs,
saying
you know,
it like that.
well,
I'm not saying
you-
it like that. I'm not saying like just don't fucking do heroin and you're fine. I don't mean it like that. I mean it more like it's like. I mean, yeah, it's as he says in the Folding Ideas video, it's an addiction at the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
But it's
just
just
a gambling
like, you know,
addiction.
But I feel like what I mean by the stupidity is more the inability to like see past it, you know? Because it's like there's having an addiction, and then there's the denial, you know. Then there's the inability to accept it, you know, and instead making it your whole identity, and posting memes about how everybody will see. Oh, how they will see. The new world will come.
It is a doomsday cult, you know. It's like
it certainly is,
even
yeah. They want to
the
bring
thing
in
that gets covered in
Usher in the
the
apocalypse.
the idea of like we are going to take down the financial system of the world.
We're gonna
by
break
holding
apart
to GameStop.
everything that holds our society together. Money.
I like it. Yeah, exactly. And I like just like how like you see all these posts and they're like, you know, like, but like, okay, so like all these hedge funds are gonna go under, right? They'll run out. They won't be able to pay back their for the stock.
Money. Infinite money.
So if they bankrupt, right? Where will that money go? Oh, that will just go to the Fed. And it's like, oh, okay. And what the government's going to be like, all right, we're just going to give all of our GDP to like these like 40,000 people.
That's what the infinite money means. Is that the Fed will have to honor the money that they're owed.
Yeah, because that's how government. It's always very honorable with the way it does things, you know.
Certainly.
And it's like, yeah, it is a doomsday cult. I like how their goal is literally to like tear down, you know, the society sort of thing. Like, and they want to be on top of it too. Like, that's not only that, but they want to be
financial world, but kind of.
Yeah,
they want to be the ones in charge.
I feel
that's a
like
big part of it. At the end of the day, it's just not even really wanting to balance things, but just wanting your turn on top. You know.
Yeah, but it's like any of these like prepper, even like prepper-esque like subcultures. You know, they not only do they want to survive the apocalypse, but they also want to bring their view of the world into existence, right?
Yeah.
Through, they want to burn the slate, you know, they want a new slate to build their world upon, you know?
I'm sure after the world ends, my specific ideology will be the one that takes over.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks.
Starves, you know, dies of preventable disease.
This is what I'm saying when it comes to like an apocalyptic scenario or like a zombie, whatever post-apocalyptic scenario kind of thing. If I've happened to survive that, I'm probably just gonna kill myself. Why? I don't know. I'm like, what am I holding on for?
Yeah, it's like, all right, and I'll be like, oh no, Ben, Ben, he killed himself, and then because you're so full of microplastics, you become the Swiss Army Man, the movie.
Oh
and
shit!
I
That's
use
why
your
he was
body.
the Swiss Army Man.
Yeah, I use your body
That's what
as
made
a
him the
way
Swiss
to survive the apocalypse.
That's what made him the Swiss Army Man in that shitty movie.
It's the microplastic.
That was all
You
the
know,
fucking
and I
microplastics.
therefore I get to, you, and then I bring forth the rise of a new society through your death.
Would you say
it's like
that- would
it's
you say-
symbolical?
yeah, sorry.
The birth of new society ends with your death. It starts with your death.
Would you say that Paul Dano's top 2 typecasting tags is autistic and virgin?
Yes,
Would you say?
because he
it
has
feels
a
like those are
weak
the
chin,
two
and that's
biggest
the only
things that he
reason
gets
why.
pulled in for.
It's literally because he has a weak chin, and that's it.
And then and he wears big
He's
glasses.
an amazing actor.
He's a
really,
incredible
really
actor, one of our
fucking good
best.
actor, and
One of
he
our
gets
best.
like incredibly typecast. And I'm,
But it's like
a-
was a role that doesn't fit that, I would say. Probably Steven Spielberg's dad. But then even
Yeah.
then in that, he got
And-
cuckolded.
what's it called?
I feel like I can't escape from this
There
guy.
Will Be Blood, kind of,
There
because
Will
he
Be
plays
Blood,
two
he's
brothers.
a-
One he doesn't get fucked over because he's a twin, so one twin doesn't get, but the other
Yeah,
one
yeah.
gets fucked over. So you
Yeah,
get
but I would say predominantly that role requires playing the virginal priest that gets
but-
fucked over by Daniel Plainview and then killed,
And then he gets murdered
and then gets
with a
killed
pin.
in the fucking bowling alley. So
But
yeah.
yeah.
And now he's in this new movie where he plays the autistic guy that was like that people point at as like he's the guy that started the GameStop stuff.
I don't think he was autistic. Oh, you're just.
I thought he was autistic.
Protruding. What's it called?
Projecting.
You're just projecting.
No, I thought it's just something I read somewhere, but I might be wrong.
I
might
don't
be
know. I
wrong.
I know that the guy, like,
don't know.
especially through the video that we watched. both
Also,
of
I
us,
like to say you said that like I was saying it as an insult, and it's not an insult.
Yeah,
I
but you
haven't
just,
said
feel
that.
like
I
you
haven't
just
done this whole
assumed
conversation
it,
as well.
you know, sort of.
I did. It was
you
an
know.
assumption, though. I think
Yeah.
it might have been an assumption. I think
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I feel like I read it somewhere, but maybe didn't. I don't
You
know.
were like, oh, GameStop stock, Diamond Hands must be an artist. It's like-
It's it's weird. The Folding Ideas video didn't make me want to watch that movie, but I am curious to see how it's portrayed. Because
yeah.
judging from the trailer we saw, I feel like it's going to be one of rebellion,
Yeah.
as is the kind of the predominant narrative of that event.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was I was not interested in the movie initially, just because I was like, didn't that happen like fucking 2 years ago? I'm not
Yeah,
at a point where I care about what happened, you know?
None of these stories have finished yet.
Yeah,
basically. A
honestly,
lot of
yeah. It's
the-
like we haven't even given enough time to show like proper fallout of it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yeah, you can look at the fucking Reddits of all the people still holding on to the stock like any day now.
Yeah. You
Any
know?
day it's going to come back up.
I
You'll
have
see.
I have basement full of freeze-dried food and
Yep.
water, and I will survive.
My wife's still
you know?
asking me questions. She'll see.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
be in
stop
charge of the
asking
new
me.
world.
Stop doubting me. But yeah,
But
Yeah, but,
like we haven't seen the full. I feel like the story's only over once GameStop finally fully goes bankrupt,
dies and goes bankrupt.
which is inevitable because nobody's like buying shit from games. Like obviously it's hyperbole. People are buying
Yeah.
shit from GameStop, but it's like not within the quantities that people use digital marketplaces.
The thing that they really fucked up. The thing that they could have done is the thing that I Am 8-Bit did, which is
the
do
thing they could
physical
have done is
releases
all of
like,
the things that I think in retrospect.
yeah, exactly. You know,
Here's how Hitler
20
could have won
hindsight is
World War II
yeah.
if I were
Hitler. No, don't do that. You can't win a war on two fronts.
you fool!
No,
I'm
don't do it, you fool.
What are you doing?
That's what the guy
Why
from
there's so many
the new
people- there's a
Indiana
lot of
Jones
people
movie
who are like
wanted to do. Go on.
What, the new one?
Yeah,
I didn't
that's
see
what
it.
he wanted to do.
I didn't see
Kind
it.
of. You
What,
think
with
he
time
wants to do that.
travel?
Yeah, but then it turns out he didn't want to do that. He wanted to do something else.
I heard
And
about.
you're like,
I'm not.
whoa.
I'm not a big Indiana Jones head, but I did hear
Not
about the
big indie head.
climax. I'm not a big indie head. Indie film? Yes. Indiana film? No, thank you.
Yeah.
Films made in Indiana?
Ah.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
could
I
do
have to see a
that, yeah.
trailer. I heard about the climax of that new Indiana Jones film, and it's the only
Yeah.
time I've ever been genuinely interested to see Indiana Jones. I heard
It's
about it,
a
and I was like, that
weird
sounds
things
fucking
going on in
crazy.
that
That
movie.
sounds fun and crazy and stupid. I'd watch
Yeah,
it.
but although, yeah, is yeah, I'm not gonna say anything. Maybe we'll watch it one day when you come over or something. We'll make a date
but
night
like
out
I
of
said,
it.
I'm not a big indie head. I feel like a lot of the
Yeah.
the you know, what's the word I'm looking for? A lot of the big reaction to that movie
Yeah.
would come from being an Indiana Jones
Yeah,
head.
yeah. I'll be
And
like,
I don't think
Ben-
I've ever seen a single Indiana Jones film all the way through except for Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which I saw in the movie.
the worst one. But yeah, I'll be
I
like,
remember
come on.
thinking this is a fun flick when I was a kid.
Yeah,
I was like,
okay.
it's
There's a
got,
stupid child that hasn't
yeah, you got the
collected,
aliens in
haven't
it
seen,
and stuff. I hadn't seen
only
the other
know-
ones. I was like,
only
this is fun.
knows a cat, dog, fish, bird, chicken, cow, and that's it. And they think they can judge whether Indiana
This is what
Jones
I'm fucking
Crystal
talking
Skull is
about.
a-
Yeah, you understand
good.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
This is
but,
what I'm saying. You're illustrating my point about the animals shit. Is that
Yeah.
I'm a child. I can't appreciate this movie or a tiger. I don't know the full majesty of it. I just see it and
Yeah.
it's like teeth for tiger. Okay, I get it. It's like a stripy
Yeah.
thing. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
And then I
It's just
grow
a
up
stripe.
and I'm like, I'm watching Tiger King, and I'm like, oh my god.
It's a tiger man.
Oh
I
my
had
God.
the idea of a tiger in my head all wrong. It's just this guy.
It's just this weird fucking dude that they
Yeah.
made a terrible documentary about.
Yeah, he's got drug slaves, and they go like it's okay.
He's got
Just
drug
just
sex
glance over
slaves,
it.
and they're going, don't worry about it. By the way, this lady maybe murdered her husband, but probably didn't because it doesn't really make any
Makes
sense.
sense. But yeah, I will.
Don't
You'll come
worry
over
about
one
it.
day. We'll do a indie night, and then I'll open the door, and I'll be wearing all leather, and I'll have a whip,
Yeah.
and then you'll be like, "But I thought this was indie night," and I was like, "Oh wait a minute," and I'll put on an Indiana Jones hat, and you were like, "Ah, all right, yeah."
Uh-huh.
And then we'll watch Indiana Jones, and I'll be
And then
saying
I'll do the funny bit where you like do all of your whip tricks, and then I pull out a gun and shoot you
that.
because I had diarrhea that day. and I
Yeah,
couldn't be
yeah,
bothered to remember
diarrhea.
all the steps to the moves. You know,
That would have ended a lot worse if it happened to be like Brandon Lee situation. You know,
what are you talking about?
he pulls out the gun, but it wasn't loaded because that's not supposed to
Ah.
happen in the scene,
And Alec
it's
Baldwin,
loaded
you mean?
revealable, and also yeah. There's multiple situations like that at this point.
I'm most
But, yeah.
aware of. I don't know who Brandon
And he
Lee
shoots
is.
the guy that swings the sword, and then it's a terrible tragedy. You know.
Damn.
But yeah, you don't
So
know
sad
about
that
Brandon Lee thing?
I'll Google it now. Maybe I do.
He killed. He was the Crow. He got killed on the South Crow by being shot
I've never
with a prop
seen
gun.
Crow.
Yeah, but he wouldn't get shot in the movie because he died during the filming. So you wouldn't know unless you looked into the movie.
37 years old. Damn shame.
Yeah, he had
The
like
Crow. His final
Crow.
movie.
yeah, and
That's a
then
damn shame.
they had a stunt double, I think, and they did some. I don't know if they did CGI to replace his face, but I think they did some tricks to finish off the movie.
Is The Crow a good movie, or do people like it because of that backstory?
I think it's more of like I think people
a
think
cult.
of the Crow, the comic book, very fondly.
I didn't even know it
So-
was a comic book.
It was a comic book.
I
And
thought
it's-
it was just a movie.
I think it's made by some
I'm
like pretty
learning-
big.
I'm
The
learning so
Crow
much today.
comic.
It's made by Alex Proyas, who's not who I thought he. Bro, yo, Kingpin made this movie. Dude, look.
Yo,
Kingpin made this movie.
yo, Kingpin made this movie.
He made iRobot.
God of why is
Gods
he?
of
Why in this
Egypt.
picture is he on the red carpet for?
Because he's the director of Gods
Egypt?
of Egypt. He
Is he?
directed Gods of Egypt. He hasn't made anything of note since, except for 2 short films.
Oh,
And-
bro,
No music videos. Yeah, he hasn't really done a lot.
he made Gods of Egypt, where he made all the gods white people. Yeah.
It's really funny.
It is. Russell Crowe as the Egyptian god is pretty funny.
I gotta say, I'm so happy Russell Crowe has like fully embraced the like. Wait, Russell Crowe isn't in this movie.
Oh.
You mean Gerard Butler?
Is it? No.
Russell Crowe isn't in this movie.
Is he Gods of
I think you're thinking of Gerard Butler.
Bruce.
A bit of a Russell Crowe look, but not entirely.
Yeah, you're right. Fuck. You're right. I confused them both. To me.
Back to Russell Crowe. I'm so glad that his thing is being a big guy now. I'm so happy for him.
Isn't he in the Hunter movie? What is he called? The Spider-Man Hunter movie?
Fucking, I don't know, dude.
Crow the Hunter Manta or whatever he's called. Crow the Hunter Manta from Star Trek.
Kang the Conqueror or something.
Crow the Hunter, I think. I don't know what he's
Krang from TMNT. What?
I don't know what his character is called. The movie that he's supposed to. He's like the hunter dude from Spider-Man universe. Oh fuck!
I can't. I genuinely can't remember his name.
Nobody know. We don't know. We don't know anything else. Spider. We don't know if Uncle Ben was killed by Sandman. We don't know what the hunter guy is called. We're not real nerds, aren't we? We're not real like comic book like nerd types, you know.
I feel like there's just something right about the Russell Crowe.
Something right.
I don't know why. I just see like when he was thin and stuff in like Gladiator, and I'm like, But then I see him like Nice Guys and stuff, and the Pope's Exorcist, and I'm like, here we go.
The prime version.
This is exactly who he needs to be, bro.
You're like, you've got the Russell Crowe Gladiator skin, and you're like, I don't know, and then there's like Russell Crowe Kingpin or something. I don't know.
Russell Crowe, the Pope's Exorcist. I mean, the Pope's Exorcist is great. Yeah. Have you seen that movie?
No, I haven't actually.
Dude, it's so fun.
We'll watch it when you come over to see.
We can watch it. I'd be down to rewatch the Pope's. It's one of those movies where it so brazenly opens with a this is based on a real guy thing, and then you see the movie and you're like, come on. Come on. God, don't be being silly now. Come on.
Yeah, you know.
It's a fun movie.
It's based on a real guy, but
it's based on the real Pope, the last exorcist that the Pope had. But you see the story, and it's great. It's good. We'll have a full Indiana Jones, Pope's Exorcist. Anyway,
Pope's Exorcist.
Max, we're about to end the podcast, but first off, cruise update. We haven't heard anything from the person who emailed us last, so I am now replying to them in a follow-up.
No, email. Stop harassing them.
What's the worst he's gonna say? No.
I don't know if you want to.
I'm just sending an email.
He'll send the police after us or something.
He's in fucking Florida or some shit. Hi.
Florida.
I'm not going to say the name out on the podcast. I'm going to dox him. No. Great to hear about you sending us on. Sorry it took a while. This is going to be a quick one, okay? Let me know if you've got anything to throw in alongside it. Sorry it took a while to get back to you. But it's been a busy couple weeks for us. Mm-hmm. You know how it is. Trying to be a bit personable. Trying to be a little bit more personable.
And then call to action now. Yeah, personal. And then call to action. Click this link. No.
Click this link.
Don't send them any links.
No, I'm not going to send them a link. But we were just wondering, where are we at right now? Any word on our proposal? Looking forward to hearing from you.
Come on, man.
And then Max, how did I sign it off last time? Sincerely, Ben and Max of Dead Ensigns podcast. There we go. That's it.
Yeah. You can just say that again.
Sincerely, Ben and Max.
Play it again, my Johnny.
Simple. I got hi, yada yada yada. Great to hear about you sending us on. Sorry it took a while to get back to you, but it's been a busy couple weeks for us. You know how it is. But we were just wondering, where are we at right now? Any word on our proposal? Looking forward to hearing from you.
Yeah.
Sincerely, Ben and Max of Dead Ensigns podcast. Send.
Mm-hmm.
What's the worst that he's gonna say is like, we did, they hate it.
Yeah, they hate it.
And then we're like, all right, how do we, where are we going from here?
And then could you provide us with some feedback? And we just like,
what would you want to see from us in order for this no to turn into a yes?
Yeah. How much microplastic does Ben have to consume before you?
What's the quantity of microplastics I need in my system that I can verify with a doctor or a scientist that you will say thumbs up? Come on aboard! Come on aboard! We're shipping off.
Yeah, you know,
go to Cancun. I don't think they go into Cancun. I think they go somewhere else, like Aruba. I can't remember what they say on the website now. I'm wondering who would we be with?
It's some actor, probably, like the guy who plays Tucker.
I feel like a big reason why so many. It is Aruba. I was right. I feel like the reason why so many people were at the last one when we first looked this up was because it was after the pandemic, and all those people are like, "Fuck, I need money."
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I need money
I need
right
to
now.
do some like
didn't
pictures.
Make Star Trek for like a year and a half, 2 years.
I need to take some pictures with people quickly. Before.
I need stuff now. Crew members. Yeah, I think this is upcoming. The people that are probably confirmed for the next one is all the people we could meet, Max. Sonequa Martin Green. That's
nice.
Walter Koenig. Dude, Walter Koenig is going to be there.
God damn it.
Will Wheaton himself.
Whoa.
Jonathan Frakes, Brent Spiner. He's got a much younger image of himself on the side.
Is he a blood and guts and blood android now? Flesh and blood android?
Max, dude, we could meet Max Grodin chick.
Oh, amazing.
That would honestly be so much better than all these other people.
Yeah, exactly.
Garrett Wang, Robert Picardo, dude. These would be so cool. Chase Masterson. I don't remember who this is. Who's Chase Masterson? Deep Space Nine. she played Lita and Mira Lita on Deep Space Nine.
Oh,
you remember Lita?
Wasn't that the woman the Rom's like partner?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, here are the guests.
She was sexy.
We could be amongst the guest speakers like Michael and Denise Okuda, Terry Matalas, Dr. Erin McDonald.
Okay.
They're a guest lecturer, dude. That's a lecturer. They're not a guest speaker.
What do you lecture us about?
Dr. Mohammed Noor. I don't know what they would lecture about. Rob Perlman is a guest author. And the Curtis Institute of special musical guest.
Okay.
Dude,
wow.
they got David Ajala, the guy, the dude who was in he directed Adulthood and stuff, I think.
Oh, okay.
Am I thinking of the right guy?
I would do a thing where I would be in the cabin and I would not shower, and I would say that I've been taking sonic showers, but they haven't been working. It turns out it was just me standing with radio playing or something like that, and I just smell constantly during all the panels and stuff. They can't kick me out.
He didn't direct Adulthood.
What did he do?
He was in it. He was in it.
Oh, okay.
I thought
you
directed it.
You missed it. They're just like me saying Russell Crowe was in Gods of Egypt, you know? We all get one.
We all get one.
You know what?
Anyway, we could meet him, and we could meet Anthony Rapp.
Mm-hmm.
And we could meet dude, we could meet Michelle Hurd. We could ask her about about the I don't fucking know. Anyway, thanks for listening. Thanks for listening.
See you at the cruise, everybody.
See you aboard at some point.
Mm-hmm.
No promises for this year, but perhaps the next one.
Maybe, you know.
The
Diamond
offer,
Hands. Diamond Hands.
Diamond Hands. We've got to hodl
the cruise.
Hodl the stock in us being in the cruise.
Yeah, maybe we should do that. Maybe we should start
Sell
a movement
stock.
instead of we do a psyops campaign for that, group of people to start investing into cruise stocks for that specific cruise company, and that's how we get in. You know, not through the actual talent, and that we're like maybe a little bit funny. You know, and like we can maybe do a panel or something, but just weasel our way onto the ship like a rat.
Hear me out here. Instead of diamond hands, in that case, diamond hull. Diamond hull.
Yeah.
Diamond anchor to keep you rooted.
That makes perfect sense.
So you never let it go, and then you ruined financially.
Yeah.
So you get to zero, and then it's like, now they gotta pay us out, I think.
Yeah.
Now we gotta hold on, because you first off you proved all of the stock is illegitimate. It's just it's a lot of evolution of the flat earther stuff, isn't it?
Yeah,
which
is
interesting.
The cool thing about it is that, like, you know,
you remember how they would always?
up.
Do you remember how with flat Earth they would always do those experiments to prove that it's flat, and then the experiment would invariably prove that the Earth was in fact round, and they would go, well, I guess there's something wrong with the test.
Yeah. There's God rays. God rays are causing the angel rays. Yeah,
it's similar here, where it's like we will prove that the stock that they have is illegitimate, and then they would do the test, and they would not prove it at all, and they'd be like, well, it's definitely illegitimate, but we need a way that proves it conclusively.
Yeah, so people stop making fun of us.
People know that we will be the new world order.
Yeah.
If we found out that was going to be the case, would we just have like a month of waiting for it to finally hit? Would we be like, well, I guess they're going to be in charge in a month?
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
They become the Deus Ex Illuminati, you know?
Yeah.
This is a shittier, like, way shittier Deus Ex.
I mean, here's what would happen is they'd probably get assassinated.
That'd be so fun. Yeah, to be honest, that would be. But it would be funny if, like, imagine we're in like this Deus Ex world, right? We have these corporations, you know, battling for control, you know, and then at the end of the game, or at the end of this like scenario, all these like corporations running these campaigns against each other suddenly find out, oh shit, we haven't been looking at the stock market, and then they look, and it turns out,
oh no, we took our eyes off of GameStop.
and it's
we
like
had a contingency plan for everything except for GameStop.
Then we made fun of them, and now it turns out they're going to be the world leaders.
And now they're our boss. Oh,
yeah. You know, and it's like, you know, and there you go.
And then, money.
And then the world probably ends. And that's what ends the world.
They're very sad people.
Nah.
Very sad.
I have empathy for those people.
What?
I have empathy for these people too. Like, I wish
I have some empathy, but I can't really relate because I'm not a big gambler. Anytime something becomes like a gambling thing that I have to put actual money into, I'm like, nah. I'm not interested.
I love gambling.
You're a big gambler?
Yeah.
Tune in next week to find out more. I'm Ben. This is Max, the degenerate gambler.
And a gambler. A rambler, and I'm a bambler.
You've been listening to Dead Ensigns, a podcast where we're just kind of talking. We're just hanging out. You know.
We do stuff.
You might see the Star Trek logo on the cover. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we've talked about the Star Trek logo.
Don't worry about it.
We talked about Star Trek.
We talked about the cruise.
The cruise. The cruise. The gas.
Tune
It's
in.
like this is like what you guys don't know is that through environmental storytelling on my desk there's a copy of Moby Dick, and you guys don't see it, but it's there, and I can tell you, it symbolizes a lot about this podcast.
Yeah. It's you're supposed to go, and then you look at the synopsis of Moby Dick and you go, I see. What could it mean? You can find us Dead Ensigns on Twitter. I was about to say Tumblr, but that's not the case. YouTube, leave a comment. You might be listening there now. Let us know what you think about whatever we talked about this episode. It's kind of already slipping out of my mind. Email us deadensigns@gmail.com. And we're on Twitch, but we fucking haven't streamed in a while. Oops, bye.
Bye.
It's shorted out, sir. We're gonna have to phaser it.
Then what are you waiting for?
Right away, sir.
Faster would be better, Ensign.
I can't, sir. We don't want to...
That's enough.
But, sir...
Stand aside, Carlton. I'm going through. You're alive. Good.